Good morning, Minecraft, and welcome to episode number 28 of my Let's Play series. I've been doing a bit of work off camera, but we'll get to that in a minute. For now, we need to craft some new stuff. So we've been working with applied logistics for a little bit, and I do believe it's time that we get started on some more good work with it, and using it to automate things a little bit more than we already have. Alright, so as you can see, I made myself some conversion matrices. Actually, what I did off camera was I also finished this room up. Oh boy. Yeah, this thing looks really cool when it's at full power, by the way. This is, like, awesome when it's at full power. But I made myself a bunch of ME basic processors. I actually made myself a full stack of them. Because we needed them, basically. And over here, I made myself some conversion matrices. So we're going to put 6 in there. We need to make an import bus, and we need an ME interface. So, ME cable conversion matrix, iron, and glass. We have the glass in there. Let's get some iron out. And what else do we need for the import? For the import bus, we needed that. So okay. So let's chunk some iron in here. Put that in, and our iron. Oh, right. It would help if we painted this recipe. Yoink. Yoink. Now I need those sticky pistons, but we have a problem here. Yeah, I can't do that. So we have a problem, guys. And that is, if you look at my minimap, I have the entities radar turned on. We don't have any hostile mobs spawning. I don't know why. I've been trying to fix this every way I can. We just don't. They won't spawn at all. And fortunately, I'd completed a couple things before this happened. But, for example, these two. Oh, you got screwed up, didn't you? Yeah, you did. But, yeah, so we have a problem now. By the way, that shouldn't say firebat. That should say skeleton. Wither skeleton, actually. But we'll fix that in a little bit. So, this puts me in a problem. Well, here's what we're going to do. Could go that route, but for the sake of this, I'm going to spawn myself in the slime ball. And this is actually what I had to do for the blast furnaces as well, because this is becoming an issue. So let's do that, and let's get ourselves 6 pistons, shall we? And I'm sorry, guys, it's just... In this instance, I don't feel that bad about it, because it's not in my control, right? Like, we're having technical difficulties with the server. If I was an admin on a server and one of my players came to me and said, "Hey, Kes, here's the deal, we're not getting any hostile mob spawns, can you give me some slime balls because I need them for a build?" I'd say, "Sure, absolutely, my friend, absolutely." Okay, so let's get that. Let's throw this in the biologicals chest. It's just, I don't know. Yeah. Alright, so we got our sticky pistons. Now we have our ME import buses. Awesome. So let's go upstairs and I can show you guys what I worked on. I kind of made a mess of upstairs, and I did a lot of changes. But let me show you guys. So I split this thing up, and actually the reason I split this thing up, are you full already? Jeez. Is simply because it works a little bit better this way. And actually I want to reconnect these, because sometimes I'll get a situation where this thing will produce enough biomass that it's not working right. But the main reason I did is this contraption back here. This is actually the mulch coming out of this thing, the squeezer. And these gates are pretty simple. Fuel less than 25% red pipe signal activates autarkic gates on these. So I can demonstrate that if I just remove this mulch. You can see it activates it, starts the energy pulsar, which will happily send all of the mulch it needs directly into here. So yeah, nice little system there. And I built this crap. What the hell is this crap? Well, that's a good question. That's a spawner room, where we will put that wither skeleton spawner. As you can see, I had this running. But let me show you the ME import bus. So basically, this thing... Oh, that's interesting. This thing basically functions like a wooden pipe. It pulls items out and into the ME network. So, we rotate them by just giving them a couple good whacks. Huh. You're not cooperating, are you? Will you work better if you're underneath, I wonder? Sometimes eye-sided inventory on these blocks can get a little bit... entertaining. Huh. Let's see, maybe it's in the middle? Huh. Well, now this is weird. It should be able to pull out of this thing, and I don't know why it won't. Maybe it doesn't like this? Maybe... You mean just tell it specifically to pull coal coke out of there? Be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so I have a solution. I can't seem to figure out why the import bus isn't cooperating with me today. But... But it isn't. It just isn't. I don't understand why. I don't know. I don't know. So instead, we're going to do something a little bit different. Alright. We're going to look up the recipe for the interface again. One of the properties of the ME interface, glass, okay. One of the nice properties of this ME interface is that it basically will MEify anything piped into it. So if there's a network, it'll jump stuff in. Now let me get, yoink. Get this. And don't worry, guys. We will use those ME importers, those imports in a little bit. Just not quite right now. So let's throw that in. Oh, need you first. So let's get some quartz and some redstone and chuck this stuff in. And then we'll paint the interface. Beautiful. And let's pull this stuff out just so we can throw it back into our system and we don't have any issues. We'll get some wood, some iron. Let's get some glass back. Because we're going to need some wooden transport pipes. Okay. And now we have our iron, right? Right. So, how many? Not quite enough. Whoa! Yep. About 100 MJ per tick transfer rate. Look at this. And they all go blue. And this shouldn't take too long, right, guys? One. Jesus. Yeah, my friends, when I turned this on, I was actually hanging out with some of my friends, and they were like, holy jeez. They both play FTB. They both do. So they both thought this was absolutely hysterically overkill. Which I admit it pretty much is. You know, this is like overkill of overkill with the lasers. But hey, if you want to do something don't do something part way. You know, let's just go all out on this, right, guys? Yeah, look how fast we're making these iron chipsets. Alright, I'll be back when this cooks up. I don't want to make you guys watch that thing, alright? Alright. Alright, and a few minutes later, and we are all set. So let's get our butts back upstairs, and let's get this hooked up. Finally. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down our ME interfaces. And then stone. We're going to put our wooden transport pipes down the correct way. And our target gates down. Hook these up to say redstone signal off, energy pulsar. And there we go. And that should go straight in here. Wait a second. Well, this will explain why the importers weren't working, right? I'm an idiot. Alright. Now that I'm not being a moron, I can put all this stuff back. But, you know what? Now that we have the wooden transport pipes, you know, target gates, we might as well use those. And by the way, yes, I am wearing my electric jetpack because it makes my life easier. So there we go. I really don't think there's honestly much of a difference here. I think it's more, you know, whatever you want to do. So, you know what? We have the system now. We might as well set it up. We'll use some of these devices later on down the line. Alright? I'm hoping that this whole thing should work properly. That I'm not going to be pulling out too much power from the rest of my system, from that steam boiler of mine. You whack to turn you around. Off, energy pulsar. So now we should have coal coke going into our system. How are we going to feed it? Well, I'll be right back to show you guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now how am I going to power this? Let me show you. So, I got this thing. It's a wither skeleton spawner. Right? Right. I didn't actually kill 124 skeletons. I just killed a bunch and, Used a little bit of a trick to get up there, which burned some diamonds, but whatever. No, I won't tell you, but, you know, it exists in this version, and I used it, so shush. To do that, to put these in, we need a soul cage, which is crafted like so with some iron bars, nice and easy. Now, each tier of soul shard has different spawning levels, and different rates of spawn and different spawning types, basically. Tier 5 you need to get things to spawn outside of the normal environment, so wither skeletons in the overworld. Okay? Now, how are we going to kill these suckers? Well, let's take a look at these guys. What's going on here? Let's terminate the program and edit startup. So, yeah, this is a ComputerCraft turtle code. The ComputerCraft turtles, I've shown you guys how to craft those in the past. And these ones simply have emerald swords on them. So, while true, do. So it's asking, while true is the implied information there. Do turtle.attack, and then it ends. But because it's a while command, it's a loop. So it'll keep checking to see if true is true. And honestly, I hope to God true stays true, because otherwise the entire world's going to fall apart. And every computer we have is about to stop working. So all this program is doing, and it's going to reboot, is just continuously attacking. Now, they don't have their attack animation unless there's something in front of them. But if we put this in, you notice he's not actually spawning in there. Why? Well, that's because we have a redstone signal applied. See? Let's close the door. Look at this, guys. Let's see what goodies we're getting downstairs, shall we? We already have some coal coming out. Quite a lot of coal, in fact. And yoink. And yoink. Yoink. Oh, I messed that one up. Put this back on in a way that makes sense. See, here's the problem. That thing's going to fill up kind of quick. So I need to figure out what to do with this. Do I have any sort of like a void chest? Not really. But what I can do is I can chuck down a wooden transport pipe behind it. Yeah, I think this is what I'll do. Oh, I forgot to hook this up, didn't I? Well, that was silly of me. So let's get another, let me hook that up off camera, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, so all I've done is I've just hooked up a void pipe back behind here, which will pull out any and all of those pesky, what do we call it? Swords that we receive. So, ba-thunk. Coal's processing through, and what I'm just going to do... Oh, shoot, I screwed that up one up. Is I'm going to say coal... Swords go in here. So if we ever get an overflow of coal out of this thing, and it backs up this, it should just flow down into that. So we should be all set. Alright. Something else I wanted to... Oh, right! That's what I wanted to do. Durr. Dirty, dirty, dirr. I almost completely forgot. Alright. So I built a second boiler last night, and we're going to need another ME interface for this thing. Ba-dumph. 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 And some iron. Oh, I think we're overloading the capabilities of some of our systems down there, guys. Uh-oh. Yeah. Where am I going? All right. Yeah, I think we're overloading that port turbine down there. I think we're having issues with it. If I'm not mistaken, we should be... Yep. Yeah, we're having issues, all right. This guy's literally running about... I think he's using up most of the steam he can. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we need to take care of this right now. So we're going to put this ME interface here. Now, the ME interface can function sort of as an inventory, as a chest that you can configure. So it's kind of cool that way, if you will. Good enough for now. So this is a solid fuel boiler. And if we look up the solid fuel... It's not really going to display. It's going to be a pain in the butt. So we just have to find it in here somewhere. Ah, there it is. All it is some bricks around a fire charge and a furnace. Nice and easy. So now all we're going to do is we're going to tell this thing, we want you to export 32 coal coke. Alright? Now what's happening is, because this thing is automatically exporting it, the steam boiler can actually pull from adjacent inventories. Nice, right? I think so. But we're also going to tell this thing to give us a sort of a backup. We want you to keep half a stack of charcoal in here to boot. Alright? And it's only going to keep that amount of items in there. So this is basically going to function sort of as a backup generator for us. Nice little backup system. How much MG are we actually chewing right now is my question. Because here's the thing. If I go back and turn this off, it might let our power system build up a little bit more. Oh god. Yeah, there's no real good way to get back here, is there? Okay, so that just shot our power system up to full power, so we are rapidly recharging that thing. And that should give us some time while this boiler heats up on the side. Alright? I'm not too thrilled with it, but... oh god, we're going to burn through that coal coke really quick. And we are definitely not producing enough of it upstairs. Alright? We are definitely not. So let me go upstairs and we'll figure out a stopgap solution, alright? Alright. Alright, so I reconfigured the system to just send the charcoal straight in, rather than trying to send it through the production facility. So instead of sending it through the UUM production, it just sends it literally just straight in here. Just right in on along the line. And hopefully this will work out okay. I've already toasted through my coal coke. I'm not even up to heat producing levels yet. This thing's running along fine, though. Like, I wish I could duct some of the steam from this thing in. But unfortunately, I can't really. What is the recipe for the monitor? Oh, I need a level emitter. And not yet. Not quite yet, guys. Not quite yet. But with all the power going into our generator up there, clean up my inventory a little bit. With all the power going on right through, the steam going straight in, we're doing a pretty good job at maintaining our power level. If I can just get... Yeah, now this thing's going to plummet in power as this entire system picks up. So, yeah. Hopefully we can get this steam boiler lit. Once it's up to full temp, it shouldn't be too bad. Quote unquote. But I'm a little worried about it, just in terms of exactly how much energy it is consuming, and how much it needs to keep itself heated up. So I'm a little worried about it, but hopefully we can get it running. If not, we'll have to think of something a little different for our concept in here. I could put together another liquid fuel boiler, run one on biofuel and one on steam. Run one on biofuel, we're doing okay on that. Run one on biofuel and run one on creosote oil. But the idea was sort of to be producing this coal coke and using the creosote oil we're producing to fuel the liquid fuel boiler. Well, that was the idea at any rate. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so we're at about 579 on our creosote oil. So let's switch this guy over to running off creosote oil. Now it's going to take a while for this thing to drain out all of the liquid biofuel that it's currently using. But hopefully we haven't completely screwed ourselves over. Anyways, folks, as you can tell, yep, it looks like we've hit a end of the episode point, and so what have we done so far? Well, we've automated that. We've put in the spawner system. We are producing our own coal. We are producing our own coal coke. We are attempting to heat up a solid fuel boiler that doesn't seem to want to cooperate. And other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're all set. So, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you liked the episode, please comment, subscribe, send me a message. I don't care. Just, tell me, hey, I enjoyed it. So, folks, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mr. Keserian with another episode of my Let's Play series. I will catch you all in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy mining.